this afternoon?
Good afternoon, Chris. It's great to see you too.
Fantastic. So we have Callie here from Twisted Kitchen Linen. Is that right?
Yes,
That is right. Okay,
absolutely.
great. Yes, I was thinking. Well, let me tell you the little story then behind why I paused then. So I actually was involved in with Callie when she. That's how I met Callie was when she was first starting out her business and trying to name the business, and that's how we met on a LinkedIn page. So it's fantastic to have Callie with us exhibiting today. And so why don't you tell us a little bit about your business, Callie, and how it came about?
Okay, no problem. In November of last year, I was sewing aprons for friends for Christmas. I was using little bits of vintage fabric that I had purchased on the West Coast, and I was working them into my apron designs. And my cousin saw what I was doing, and she said, I want them. How much? And I just threw out a number, and she didn't bat an eye, and she took all of them plus one that I
Wow.
had to make. I was really shocked. So
Wow.
I thought, well, maybe there's a business here of really cute aprons that have a little bit of vintage flair. And the business sort of evolved from that. And
Great.
that's where we met up in February of this year.
It was, and I remember it quite clearly because obviously just before lockdown as well. So you were going great guns like everyone was, didn't know what was around the corner, planning
Right.
planning the business, just about to get it running, doing the last little bits and pieces, and that was about a month before lockdown, wasn't it? So that was great.
Yep.
And I do remember that there was a little competition on LinkedIn to try and name the business, and the name came from there.
Yes, everyone was very helpful and it was very fun to do it that way.
It was a great way to have to start out the business and get a community around your product. So right, well let's have a look at your products then. So let's look first of all at I guess which is your core product I suppose is the aprons. So do you want to tell us a
The
little bit about these?
Yes, they are my absolute favorite and actually pretty close to what I had envisioned when I started the company. I had a clear thought that I wanted the hand block printed fabric, and it was really important to me to have that where I could show my own design aesthetic as far as colors and patterns go, but also have that beautiful handcrafted, hand printed fabric to go with it. And I contacted numerous companies in India where they do the hand block printing, and I finally came across one that was willing to make the fabric for me and willing to take on my designs and my color combinations and make the fabric for me. And these are limited edition. They will not be sold again.
Wow.
Once they're gone, they're gone. Um, the fabric is made in 20-yard increments because that's as long as their tables are. They can't make the fabric any longer than
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
Once the fabric was done, and it took, wow, I would say close to 6 weeks to get 7 20-yard prints. The fabric went to another manufacturer in India where everything was hand cut and hand sewn to the specifications that I had sent to them in patterns. And we had had the pattern made locally here in Florida and also graded. And if you're not familiar with that term, it means making the pattern larger or smaller to
I
fit
see.
different
I
sizes.
see.
So we had it graded up to include the beautiful plus size women. And we made some alterations in the bust area, the bib part of the apron, so that it would lie flat when it's worn and it covers very well. I'm very happy with how it all came out, and it was definitely a labor of love.
Yeah, so you can I mean you can tell by looking at the patterns the different fabrics you've got there. Is it that about six or seven, and those are all limited edition fabrics, are they?
Correct. The next batch will not be the same patterns. It won't be the same colors. They're going to be totally different.
Great. So you're going to get a really good design here. And so, and it's not just the very striking design that you've done, but then also you've really thought about the functionality of the apron and how it fits has been something that you've been really passionate about.
Yeah, I this design was really important to me because it adjusts so well to pretty much every body type. The ties are extra long, so it can be tied in back, it can be
I
tied
see.
in front.
Yeah,
It's completely adjustable to fit your body. It's just nothing's hanging on your neck, which was really important to me. I have serious neck problems and I
yeah,
can't have anything hanging on my neck. And so the fact that this doesn't hang on my neck was super important. And it's got one large pocket on the lower half of the apron and a smaller pocket at the top that easily fits a cell phone. Um,
ah,
I'm
good thinking.
I usually put my apron on first thing in the morning because I have a morning routine that I do, and part of it is, doing the dishes from the night before. So I throw my apron on first thing in the morning, and a lot of times I just never take it off. So
Yeah.
it goes seamlessly from the kitchen to the garden, where I try to take some time out during the day to just revive and do something different that's not work related.
Great. So
So
it's
it
almost like a
really
piece of clothing, really, then, as more than as more than protection.
Yeah, it's a nice fabric. It's soft, but it's incredibly durable. And then at the end of the day, I just toss it in the wash and it washes beautifully. No
Great.
shrinkage, no color fading, nothing.
Fantastic. Great. So certainly everyone can have a look at Callie's booth and look at those products in more detail. So that's really, I guess, is your flagship product. But you've got some other things for us as well. So this looks like a Christmas gift pack you've got here as another product you have on offer.
Yes, we do for this season. We have the gift bags, the wine bottle bags. The gift bags, the larger ones will hold two shirt box size boxes, and then the smaller ones are 6 by 6, so they would hold something smaller. The wine bottle bags will hold a standard bottle of whatever, whether it be wine or some other sort of beverage.
Yeah.
But they're all, my favorite part is they're reusable. They're made of jute, which is a natural fiber,
Oh, nice.
and they're virtually indestructible. And if for some reason you do end up throwing them out, they're completely compostable.
Okay, which is very important to people. And I think people like to receive the bag as well as the gift inside it, really, don't they? That's an exciting thing that you know you can reuse the bag.
Absolutely. I absolutely do. I have a thing for boxes and bags. So anytime, sorry about the noise, anytime I receive something like that, I always keep the box or the
Yeah.
bag that it comes in and reuse it or use it for storage. That's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, and I think that's what people like. So tell me about how these are packaged then. Do you buy them individually or are they together in a set or how are they delivered?
They are sold individually. Of course, if you buy multiples, I will package them together and ship them out. But right now, we are selling them individually.
Individuals. Perfect.
Mhm.
That's fantastic. Right, so that's great. So let's have a look at another selection you've bought for us as well. So this is an interesting one. So on the left-hand side here, we've got one of your handbags, but it's got a couple of configurations you've put together. So do you want to talk us through this design?
Absolutely. This is a mandala design, hand printed fabric, once again, all 100% cotton with cotton padded handles. And this is what they call a yoga tote bag, but it has a couple of configurations, as you can see. So
Yeah,
during the day, you can use it to tote your yoga bag and miscellaneous other things. But then if you happen to go out for an evening, the ends push in and secure with snaps. So it makes it look more like an evening bag as opposed to a tote bag. And it is lined, it's got pockets inside to hold miscellaneous things, and it's a very well made bag. I have actually tossed it in the washing machine and it has come out very nicely. I
oh,
wouldn't recommend to do that on a regular
no.
basis, but it did come out perfectly fine.
And yeah, so it shows. So it's a good, again, another robust material which is for everyday use, I guess, and for different types of use as
Oh,
well.
absolutely. And they've really finished it off nicely inside too with the lining, and the pockets and the zipper pockets. It's really a very, very functional bag.
Great. And these products then, are you able to ship these products internationally?
Absolutely. We were really excited that on November 1st, we decided that we were going to be shipping internationally to all of Europe.
Wow.
So, yes, we are now able to ship pretty much anywhere anyone needs us to ship. And we're super excited about opening up that market for Twisted Kitchen Linens
That,
and
yeah,
sending our products all over the place.
that's great. Well, I guess, of course, we're very glad to be a virtual market here, so we can host you from Florida. We've got a big UK audience here, but also from other countries around the world. We've got a lot of other countries in Europe coming to visit us this weekend. So it'd be great to test out that new shipping capability you've got.
Absolutely. I'm very excited to do that.
Great. So the last thing here, now this looks like some more linen now. So this is getting back to, I guess, some more of the core of your brand here. So what are these linens you've bought for us?
Okay, the top picture is napkins, and they are 16 by 16, 100% cotton. And again, we go back to the hand block printed patterns. Now, these are not limited edition, they are patterns that the manufacturer already had set. And they were such a lovely selection that I decided, why reinvent the wheel? So I picked out about 8 of the different patterns that I thought people might like, and some of them are very bright and fun, and others are a little bit more reserved. But I think they're wonderful. I hate paper napkins,
Mm.
and it's constantly a battle here at home because my husband is constantly with the paper napkins, and I try to explain to him, stop, just don't do it. We have these beautiful napkins. You need to use them. It makes the table look so nice when we're not sitting there, and you don't have to use them once and then toss them. You can use them for a couple of meals and then wash them.
Yeah.
It's a really nice product just to have decorating the table, even if you're not sitting there eating. It's a nice little pop of color to brighten the room up.
And do these designs that you've got here, these hand block designs, are these these are washable, I guess you said. They keep their colours, do they, when they're washed
Really
through?
well. Yeah, that was one of the things that I wanted to test. And they sent us a bunch of samples of the fabric, and we washed and washed and washed and washed them, to test for color fastness and for shrinkage. And they passed. And we washed them in hot water, which I don't recommend, but we washed them in hot water and high heat dry just to really give them a good test. And we did it numerous times, and they passed with flying colors.
Fantastic. So really robust. So that's what people want to know really when they invest in a set. And again, do these what kind of configurations do these come in? Are they coming in packs of the same design, or are they individual designs, or how does it work?
It's really up to the consumer. Now, I tend to be a mix and match kind of girl. I
Mm,
don't want everything to be matchy matchy. So I would get one of each, but that's just my personal preference.
okay,
If you want multiples of the same one, we can certainly do that. It's really up to the end user.
nice. And I guess this brings us back onto a final kind of question, really, and talking around the products that people might be looking for this Christmas as they're walking around. And certainly, your products are very bespoke and very unique, which is great. So I guess my question really is, what are your tips from what you've got in your products in terms of if people looking for if they're a bit stuck for ideas, what are the sort of things that people might look into in your products for inspiration and just something unusual to get?
Okay, well, my first inspiration obviously would be the limited edition hand block printed aprons, and I'll explain why. We have a pharmacist that's really wonderful. I love her dearly, and she has really helped me out a lot through the last year. So I sent over an apron to her with a little note saying, "Thank you very much." And when I talked to her a week later, she said that she was so happy that I sent that to her. She took it home and washed it and put it on. And she was in the kitchen cooking dinner, and her husband came in and said, "Well, you look cute." And so she got a compliment from her husband saying she looked cute. That was a home run right
So there
there.
we go. Yeah.
But what she said that really struck a chord with me was she wouldn't have ever thought about buying something like that for herself.
Mm.
So a lot of times people just don't think of it. They make do with what they have. And in my case, when I was a size 22, I used to wear an old T-shirt that I didn't care if grease got splattered on. So you do just make do with what you have. And in this case, you don't have to. These are lovely gifts. And just like Julie, the pharmacist, said, she never would have thought of buying something like that for herself. So it was really good, a nice endorsement of the product, but also knowing that, wow, I didn't realize people really wouldn't buy something like this for themselves, because had I had this product as an option back in the day, I certainly would have purchased it for
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of baking and cooking.
Yeah. Great. Well, hopefully that's given people some ideas and some food for thought to come and have a look. So
One more.
go on. Yes.
Last night we had a big discussion in a group about gifts and things like that. So I just wanted to bring in one more gift.
Oh, fantastic.
We have dish towels, and if you're looking for a hostess gift, and this is just something I threw together last night. If you're looking for a hostess gift, we have these lovely dish towels, and I'm trying to get them straightened out
Yeah,
here.
we can see
Lovely
those.
dish towels
Perfect.
that we
Yeah,
sell.
lovely stripe. Yeah.
And if you just put them with some wooden spoons and a little ribbon,
Yeah.
it makes a wonderful hostess gift.
That's fantastic, isn't it? Very simple, but very, very effective. Yeah.
Right. So
And
we put 2 dish towels together and a couple of wooden spoons. Obviously, you wouldn't want my used wooden spoons, but yeah, a couple of spoons and you're all set. And it's a great hostess gift.
that's a great combination of products. So yeah, there we go. So what some great ideas for people there. So really enjoyed that little chat with today, Callie. So you can drop by Callie's booth, go and have a look, check out the products, and you can check. And she will be live during this weekend as well. So check out the program and go and check out Twisted Linen. And I'm very pleased to have seen, as I say, I've been there at the beginning when you were choosing the name, and now to be talking to today with all these wonderful products you've actually got through it by the end of the year. It's actually come true, hasn't it? Which is
It
fantastic.
really has. And you were there at the beginning, and I appreciate all the help and support you've been throughout this entire year. You have been an inspiration, Chris. You really have been.
Well, it's been just fantastic to watch the journey, Callan. I couldn't be more pleased to have you on our show this weekend. So great. Well, lovely to see you. I'll be catching up with you over the weekend, and we'll say goodbye.
Goodbye, Chris. Thank you.
Bye.